Perfection will literally be the death of you. I don't know why, like I legit just like woke up and I was just journaling and I was just thinking about this, and I was like, I just feel like I need to make this video. Like, I feel like a lot of the times we think to ourselves that like, oh yeah, like we're doing ourselves a favor. Like, we have an idea and our first thought is not to like actually execute it. Our first idea is like, let me write this down, let me research this, let me do some really intense research, and then let me spend 6 months just like really plotting this down. And I realized that what happens to that is that idea, the moment you start thinking like that, the moment you're like, let me wait, let me like actually first like do some research first, like let me first like really like let me like really perfect this first. The moment you start doing that, 9 times out of 10 that idea is gonna die with you. That idea is dead ass going to die with you. You're going to be buried with your ideas. And it's like so sad because there's so many people that have like these insane ideas. I have spoken to so many people and they tell me the idea and they're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. And I'm like, you sound like you're saying something revolutionary right now. Like, the world needs you. The world needs this idea. Please do this. Please do this. And then they like just like never do it. And I'm not saying this from like a high horse standing of like, oh my gosh, I'm so much better than everybody else. Everybody else has ideas and they don't do them, and I'm the only one who's doing them. I'm actually saying this as someone who like is just trying to do my own ideas for the first time. I feel like every single video I've been making as of like, I don't know, as of coming to Germany, I have been heavily comparing it to my earliest videos, which in my head were like total cinema, right? And there's been something off about those videos. There's been something weird. It's like, doesn't feel the same way, as it doesn't feel as authentic as the videos I made when I was in them. And the honest truth is that, hey, I'm just in a different era of my life. I'm just not going to be making the same kind of videos, and I should just like be okay with that. But like, I just was not able to really accept it. And I think what would happen is I would like experiment a little bit, try and make something a little bit more different, a little bit more new, and then I would hate the video. I would still post it begrudgingly, but I would really, really hate the video, and I would essentially be like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. That looked terrible. And it's like, girl, allow yourself to make terrible shit. Allow yourself to make terrible shit. Because I think to myself, like, for example, like, I think I was trying to like get into like just making higher quality vlogs, because my entire thing had been like making these like very digi-cam vlogs, like, you know, very retro vibes. I was like, let me try and like tap into like making vlogs that have like more like pop culture references, like have like something with memes, something with sound. Like, let me actually like tap into my editing bag and make videos that are a lot more, you know, flashy and all that stuff. And I did it, and it made me feel so freaking uncomfortable. I felt like such a sellout, and I'm like, girl, if you had just like done more and more of those videos or whatever, like just like got the ideas out there at the very least, you would have at least been able to find a way to make those kinds of videos in a way that feels more authentic and true to yourself. And so I deprived myself of that, because I just felt like, oh, this looks really ugly, like whatever. I don't know where I read this. I read this like, I think in the book. I think it was the Sun is Also a Star. I read it in that book, where it was talking about the theory of beginner's luck. And the idea when it comes to beginner's luck is that it kind of is like the universe giving you like a crumb of success. A crumb of success to be like, hey, here's just a tiny sliver of success. right, from what, like, the endeavor that you're doing. And the only reason I'm giving you this crumb of success is for you to realize that you can actually do this. You can actually, go all in onto this thing, because this is kind of like where your destiny is, right? But the issue is that beginner success, a lot of the time, like beginner's luck, at least for people, a lot of the time it gives them this delusional idea that they're like just naturally really good at it, and therefore they should always get lucky. Whereas, like, no, it was just mainly like a little breadcrumb to tell you that, hey, you're on the right path. And I feel like that's kind of what happens to me. Like even on my TikTok channel, like I just started making videos, and I realized, oh, people fuck with me, and like I would have like so many videos that would have like over 100 likes from people I actually don't know, and like I was meeting people that I actually don't know and stuff like that. And then I think I would have like beginner's luck. I would have like, oh, okay, maybe people fuck with me. But then the issue is that you cannot live off of beginner's luck. At some point you need to actually be hungry for this and go for it, right? But the thing is, the way in which you go about going for something doesn't necessarily mean you need to die on the hill of perfectionism. It doesn't mean now I need to start getting all the right camera equipment and doing all these things. You can. If you want to, you definitely can, but you should definitely not be out here getting a camera just for it to sit and rot in your freaking closet, bro. Like, let's be so fucking for real. Like, that just means that, hey, just persist on this is your path, persist on this. And I think that's what happened to me on YouTube. I had a little stroke of beginner's luck. Like, I think maybe like my third video kind of went a mini viral, like not crazy viral, just like a mini viral. It got like over 1k views. I had like over 100 likes, which is like very, very freaking hard to get on a tiny ass channel like this, right? And I found myself with more than 100 subs, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? And I feel like that stroke of beginner's luck showed to me that I'm on the right path and I need to continue on forth. But the issue is that the more videos I kept making, the more videos I didn't experience that beginner's luck again. I didn't experience my virality, moment. And I was like, it made me a lot more harsh on myself. It made me a lot more like, oh, I need to make videos that are like gonna change the brain chemistry of somebody else, and which is so silly, because there's so many videos that have changed the brain chemistry of me without necessarily having to be extremely well done or profound. There have been videos where someone just looks at a camera and they're like, hey, this is what I think about the world and the life that we're in it. And I've been like, whoa, I so resonate with that, and I want to change like the way, and now I'm changing the way I think because of you, which is so freaking cool. And I feel like on top of that, I've been wanting to make sit down videos like this for a very long time, for a very freaking long time. And I've been like, no, I need to first like, research and And the issue is I've made a couple videos like that, and I've realized every time I sit my cute little ass down to talk, no one wants to listen. No one wants to listen to what I have to say. And that made me feel very like sad, because it's like, why do these videos perform so poorly? But I'm like, girl, you just have to keep doing it. You just have to keep doing it. Like, I have ideas, and I'm just gonna keep making those ideas until you eventually like remove all your prejudices against me, or whatever, prejudice, I don't know, and you're gonna just have to eat this. You're gonna have to eat this eventually. So I'm just gonna keep making this shit, and you're gonna have to eat this eventually. I'm sorry. And I feel like I was disqualifying myself from the list of people who literally make a living off of their perspective. They make a living off of just talking to the camera and being like, this is what I think about the world, this is what I think about life, this is what I think about love. I love to yap. That's literally my whole shtick. To my friends, I yap. To whoever, I yap. And I have things that I'm passionate about, things that I want to share with the world. And I'm not going to stop sharing with the world because it underperforms. I have 2 likes. Big whoop-de-doo. Literally whoop-de-doo. I get 2 likes, I move on and make the next video. I feel like that's kind of like the mindset I'm trying to get into right now. Like, It's never that serious, actually. It's never that serious. And there's this thing I always tell my partner, like, oh, take the path of least resistance. I've told this to him, like, the first time I told this to him, he genuinely did not understand it. He was like, "Anissa, that's so stupid," because, like, he probably didn't say that. First of all, he didn't. He never says anything that I say stupid. But he kind of was like, I don't know if I agree with that, mainly because, like, he has this belief about how you really need to, like, work hard and you really need to put in work and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't think working hard and following the path of least resistance have to be two different things. Like, they can kind of coincide with each other. The path of least resistance is essentially taking the path that flows. Like, everyone has a genuine flow of their life. Everyone has, like, a way, like, everyone, I feel like everyone has a flow to their, like, ultimate destination that's so much better than just going in the opposite direction. Like, you know, like, if you're in a river and it's flowing this way, if you try to swim this way, it's gonna be really freaking hard. So everyone has that kind of, like, river situation. So you could either just go with the flow, or you can, like, fight your whole life to go against the freaking tide. And so I think that's just the vibe. Like, I've been really trying so hard to not go with the flow, to go with this path of, like, I need to be doing this and this and this and that. No, girl. The path of least resistance is just put your camera on and yap. Put your camera on and film. Put it out there. Just make it exist. Make the idea a living thing. Let it exist. And if it sucks, whoop-de-doo, you'll move on. And if it doesn't suck, you know what? Congratulations, you've just entered, like, a new array of possibilities. But for goodness sake, give yourself permission to be shitty at something. Like, Jesus Christ, it's not that deep. You know, and I'm saying this to myself. I haven't made a video in months. And because I just wanted it to be perfect. I wanted it to be so beautifully, like, edited. I wanted everyone to be like, oh my god, Anissa can edit her life away. Okay, is that gonna put food on my table? No, like, girl, it's never that serious. Anyways, y'all, I have to, like, do actual shit, so hopefully you enjoyed that shit.